What's going on, everyone, and welcome to a very different edition of True to Size. What's going on, and welcome to True to Size. We are a weekly podcast centered around the wild world of sneakers. I will be your host today. My name is Lawrence Hopkins, and I am joined by the rest of the team, the Quarantine at Canada Got Soul, Mr. Joel Hernandez.
Yo.
And Mr. Alvin Martinez.
Yo.
So as you guys can probably hear, we are trying to do the podcast for the first time ever, not even in the same city. No one is in the same city as one another. We're all separate because we are self-isolating, social distancing, and all of that. So we figured it out. So pardon any issues with audio because it's only me using a microphone, but I think it'll sound just fine. Yeah.
Sorry.
Thanks for taking time out of your guys' day. I know everyone's really busy at this time.
Yeah.
So 2020 has been a year for a bunch of serious episodes, which is very out of character for us. But we've got another one for you guys this week. Last episode, we discussed COVID-19 like it was something that was like really far away. I don't know if you guys remember when we were talking about like the NBA and how we thought they would deal with it. We had a really lengthy NSR discussion about it. And then literally the night after we talked about it, like shit just hit the fan immediately. So like all sports were canceled. Schools are canceled. The Canadian border's closed. It seems like anyone who was able to is now working from home. So it's gotten really crazy really quickly. Last week we had to forego an episode just because a lot of stuff was happening in the world, so we had to skip it. But we're back. Before we get into anything at all, we want to make sure we take the time as a team, as the Quarantine, to send well wishes to anybody affected by the outbreak. We also can't express enough. Can't say it one more time for the people in the back. Enough how you have to be proactive and prevent it from getting worse than it already is. We've seen around the world how quickly things can change, and how small choices we make now are going to be crucial going forward. So we just want to urge everybody to stay home as much as possible, wash your hands 1 trillion times a day, practice social distancing when you can. It's better to overreact now and nothing happen than to underreact and have things just get absolutely 10 times worse. But we do have a fun little show this week. We are going to drop this episode early. If you're listening to this now, hopefully you're listening to it on Tuesday. Usually we record on Tuesdays, True to Size Tuesday as we call it. So we're going to drop this a little bit early so you guys have something to listen to while you guys are hiding under a rock for this to pass over. We do have a fun little show this week. We're going to try our best to lighten everyone's spirit with some laughs and good times. We won't run through every single segment because, let's be honest, there's a lot of stuff that's not going on in the world right now. But we'll do our best to get a cute little episode to go through for you guys. But first, Joel.
Whoosh. Fire. Round.
I must say, it sounds much worse over the phone. Yes, the fire round. We like to start every show with a quick hitting question from you, our listeners. And this week's questions come from me. I didn't want to waste, because we got actually a bunch of good fire round questions, and I didn't want to waste them on episodes that weren't real. It's a real episode, but it's also not a real episode. So I didn't want to waste them. So I have two decent ones for us to mull over here. The first one, this was going to be last week's fire round question, so it's still kind of relevant. Last week, I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday, it was St. Patty's Day. So I want to know, what is your favorite green shoe? Alvin, green shoe.
I'm going to go with the Air Max 90 homegrowns.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Those are crazy, man. I mean, there are other green shoes, but those would probably be my top St. Patty's Day shoes.
Joel, favorite green shoe?
I'm probably, just the top of my head, I'll probably have to go with the chlorophyll Patas.
Damn.
The Air Max 1 Patas. And it's, green and white. Can't go wrong. So, yeah, man.
Those are very good answers. I'm going to do an Air Max as well. I don't even know if Alvin said, it's not not my favorite, but favorite St. Patty's shoe for sure is the St. Patrick's Day Air Max 90. with like the
Oh, yeah.
shamrocks and the four-leaf clovers all over them. I don't even know what year those came up, but those are a crazy. They don't do St. Patrick's Day shoes like literally ever, which is surprising. It's a waste. I love green shoes. I don't know about you guys, but you never see it on shoes. It's really fun to see.
Yeah, yeah.
And next, this one's a little bit harder. The green one was to ease you into it. So Air Max Day is what? Today's the 22nd. So Air Max Day is going to be this week in 4 days. So what is that? Thursday, I think it puts it at. I want to know, since now Air Max Day is a thing, it's been a thing for I think 5-6 years now. What is your favorite Air Max Day shoe ever?
Ooh.
Joel, I think, like a specific Air Max Day shoe.
An Air Max Day.
Yes. The Air, because every year now, I think for the last 5-6 years, they've done a specific Air Max Day shoe. We have Sean Weatherspoons. We had Atmos Air Max 1. The first one was the original red, but with the Volt sole. So there's been a bunch of them. The Air Max Zero was one of them. Yeah. Joel, you have the first one, do you still have that first one?
Yeah, I still got that one.
The OG red with the Volt?
Yeah, I still have that one. With the 326 on the tongue.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, I still got that one. But I'm probably going to have to say it's the Air Max Masters that dropped.
Oh, yeah.
That I wasn't able to get. And I remember I was camped out. Like me and Mare were like on the computer, on cell phones, and like laptops were wide open, and we just couldn't get it. It was so hard to get. So hard to get, like, pure L's all over the place, man.
I think that's back when they were doing 3 a.m. releases, right?
Yeah.
So do you think
the same drop? Yeah, I think that was the same drop with the Atmos.
Same year, same year.
Yeah, the same day. I think it dropped on the same day.
Yeah, but I don't think any stores in Canada got it. I think it was only online. Yeah. Yeah,
it was strictly online.
Do you think it's just your favorite because you don't have it?
No, it's just that the option, the pink lace option, was just like
game changer,
man. Yeah, and it's like all the prints on the mudguard and whatnot is just a beautiful shoe. For me, it's just a beautiful shoe.
Maybe I'll wear them tomorrow for you, just for you.
True, thanks.
That's actually my only ever Nike.ca victory ever. Is those.
True, nice.
Ever, only ever.
Nice.
I'll go next, so I give Alvin some time, because I think every single Air Max Day shoe is his favorite Air Max. But I think I'm going to cheat a little bit and say the pack. The Atmos 3 and Air Max 1 pack from 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years back.
Like the Air Max 1 is just so cool because it's the original, and the details that they added are so subtle that if you just glance at it, you don't even notice. Like you have like the elephant print lining, you have the Jumpman on the outsole, which is awesome. It comes with the extra laces, like all those things. But the 3 is just incredible because no one saw it coming. Everyone thought they were just going to do the generic like Atmos Air Max 1 thrown onto a 3. They were going to do like a black cement 3, but make it teal or jade or whatever instead. And they just flipped it on its head and did Safari, and boom, tricked the entire world. I think that was so good. So I'm going to go with that pack. I'm going to cheat and do 2 shoes. Alvin, what about you?
Fuck, man.
I even let you go last because I knew.
I'll go with the Atmos Air Max ones.
Ooh.
Wait.
I was going to say, is that your final answer?
And the Sean's.
And? You can't do it and?
Hey, Lawrence did 2 shoes.
Mine were, they were sold together. Yours were different years even.
That doesn't make a difference.
See, I knew it. I knew it was every single one. I knew it was going to be a cheating answer.
Okay, fine. And the Masters.
What they gotta do?
That pair that we got. Well, when the Vapor Maxes first dropped.
Oh yeah, the Vapor Max 326.
The Vapor Max 326 pair was crazy.
Those are really cool too.
I still love.
Yeah, man.
Because that's like an ode to the one that Joel has, the original Air Max Day shoe. I kick myself every day for not getting those.
Yeah, and it came in Nike ID box.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't even like a regular release, so.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, I think it was an ID option for like just the day they did it or something.
Yeah. Crazy.
Joel, you were saying they need to do something. What do they need to do?
Oh yeah, they need to bring back that vote back. Like, you know,
Oh,
how
yeah.
they had
Mhm.
you had to like vote back what shoe you want to release like next year kind of thing. That was pretty dope. Like the whole interaction with like, you know,
That was so cool.
yeah, man, it's just so cool. Like I think they need to bring that back.
Now, okay, so third fire round question even. So now that I think it's widely agreed or very close to widely agreed that the Atmos Air Max 1 is one of, if not the greatest Air Max 1s of all, Air Maxes or Air Max 1s of all time. So that's why I got voted back. I think it was pretty close to unanimous. Like it was like a runaway decision that the Air Max 1 was, the Atmos Air Max 1 was going to get voted back in that campaign. If you could vote for another one to come back next year, what would it be?
Ooh. That's a good one.
I think my answer would be Warhawks.
Yeah.
Warhawk Air Max 90s, just because that shoe is so freaking cool. The way that they have the teeth lined up on the mudguard of the Air Max 90. If you don't know what it looks like, definitely look it up because it's such a unique shoe. It almost looks like a custom. And I just love shoes that Nike or anybody releases that look like a custom, but they're real. Like it kind of reminds me of like a Dornbacher 4 vibe with the Superman on the tongue. Like that looks fake or like a custom, but they released it and it's official and it's just so cool to me. So yeah, I think I would do Warhawk 90s.
Oh, that's a good one, man.
What about you, Joel?
I was gonna say Warhawks, but I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to say like bring back like a collabo or something.
Okay.
Like hit us with like some patas or
like an Amsterdam.
Or like an like an Amsterdam. like even like a Kid Robot or something.
Ooh, that would be sweet too. Yeah.
That would be crazy. Like, just fuck everything up and just drop like a Kid Robot.
Those were like what, a 1 of 200 or something, I think? The Kid Robot?
Yeah, like super rare.
Yeah. Alvin, what are you bringing back next year?
Man, unless they drop the Bacons this year, they better bring it back next year. That's all I'm saying.
That's your vote? That's your vote back?
Yeah, man, the bacon, yo.
Because, like, fam, come on, dog. Like, come on, dog.
That's it? Just come on?
Like, just come on. I mean, the duck camels are dope and everything, and like how you revert the colors and everything, but like they don't compare to fucking Bacons, bro. Come on, dog.
Yeah, like I'm super done with the reverse and the 2.0, and like they need to kill that. Like as much as I love Atmos and they're super great, they need to find somebody else, please, because it seems like it's only been Atmos for the last like 4 years, and it's like, okay, great, I get it, but come on, bring back something else, find something new. Do you really not have a great relationship with Pata or Para? Because like I'm sure you could bring back something really cool from them, please.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, that was a really long fire round, but that was good talks. If you would like to submit a question for the fire round and have us answer it on the pod, please shoot us a message on Instagram or email us at canadagotsole@gmail.com. Next up is the CGS picks. Each week we all pick an upcoming sneaker to analyze, dissect, and give our thoughts on. Then we decide if it's poop, scoop, whoop-de-whoop, or Alvin's trademarked phrase.
A super Toyota.
Damn, that also sounds really awful over the phone. I'm realizing now how necessary it is for us to be together. So to continue switching things up because we haven't done it enough already, I'm going to let somebody else go first. I'm going to let whoever else is in the room with me go first. Okay. Oh, just me. Okay. So my pick this week is it's an Air Max because it is Air Max month after all, and they are dropping. Oh, I think they dropped yesterday actually because this was my last week's pick. My pick this week is the Air Max 95 Pollen Rise. That was made exclusively for Korea actually. So there was a Cherry Blossom Air Max 95 that came out I think a week or two ago. That was a Japan exclusive. So they're doing a bunch of different Asia country exclusives, and these are just like insane. So they're mainly white Air Max 95. They've got some yellow and like mustard stripes going up the side in the typical Air Max 95 fashion, but all of those stripes on the side are Velcro. So and it comes with like obviously the most notable Velcro option that it comes with is a massive swoosh that's like made up of little flowers, forsythia flowers to be specific. And And it just completely changes the look of the Air Max 95. The toe box has Velcro as well, so you can put like a mini swoosh on the toe box. And something really cool as well is that all the lines, because the 95 has so many different like lines and panels, they're all outlined in like a thick black. So it almost looks like a cartoony rendition of it, like those customs that the guy was doing to the Air Force Ones for a while, you know, to make it look like it was a drawing.
Yeah.
So these are really friggin' cool, but they are a Korea exclusive. But if they were here, I think these would be a scoop for me because of that big forsythia flower swoosh that you can put on the side. It's just so badass. So I'm going to call them a scoop, but they released yesterday on Sneakers app in Korea. So if any Korean listeners want to hit us up, they were $172 USD, so I guess like $250, well, depending on the dollar, what it is by day, $250-ish Canadian. Let me know, Korea. Hit me up. Alvin, your pick.
I done picked a pair of Adidas.
Oh my god!
So they brought back the microbounce cushioning,
if you can call it that. Yeah.
And I'm sure that you recall it when it first came out when we were still at the Bramrock.
Oh yes, I certainly do.
So both Lawrence and I have pairs of the older pair, and I don't know, they're all right. Like, to be honest with you guys, like the cushioning, like it was definitely new, definitely different, but it wasn't really
anything.
Something that. Yeah, like, it, honestly, for me, being a big dude, it didn't really do much for me.
True.
But this time around, I think it's more of, as opposed to like a performance sneaker, which the other one definitely looked like a runner.
Yeah.
These ones are, I would say, more of an athleisure kind of sneaker. Just because like how they shape the upper and everything, like the mudguard and all that, it definitely looks like a more of a classic runner. And the cool thing about these is like the back half of microbounce cushioning is like a multicolor.
Yeah, I did like that.
Yeah, I mean, details are cool. And then how they have them in the photos is like people wearing pants and stuff like that, right? Like not really like running, but more of like rock them with some, dope outfits and shit.
Like leisure.
They came out with two colors. One of them is like white, a black upper with like a little bit of white on the mudguard. The other one's like a full yellow. Yellow one's not too bad. They kind of remind me of like a, should I say it?
Say it.
like a Nike Air, like a Tuned Air, or like even like somewhat of a 97.
Oh,
right.
Shape of mudguard.
Maybe you shouldn't have said it.
But I mean, that's what it looks like though. Or even like a 98. Like if you're looking from the top, it looks like a 98 kind of thing too. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But I'm also an Air Max fan, so it's like if someone looks like an Air Max, I gotta say.
No, I definitely agree. I can see like a 98 or even 97 vibe to it. The lines and the shape for sure.
Yeah. So I mean, all in all, it's a pretty dope looking shoe.
Yeah.
I'm a fan. I don't know if I would cop though, just because I know that the microbounce wasn't really as comfortable as I thought it would be. Maybe they switch something up. Maybe I'll go try them on. But these are just like a cute for me right now.
Yeah, like you said, we both had a pair. I used mine for athletics because at the time it was like the new thing, and it was a very poor choice because they're not a good athletic shoe at all. It's kind of like a Nike Shock or like a Reebok Zig Tech, if you remember that. I think John Wall had the Zig in his basketball shoe. Like it was such a weird time in technology where everyone was trying different things and none of them were really working that well, but people were just, because it looked cool, they were selling because people had no idea that it wouldn't work because it looks like it should work. Like it looks like it should be soft.
Yeah.
But honestly, like it's kind of a weird, like I feel weird about it because there's a little bit of nostalgia, but it's not far enough back in time for me to feel completely nostalgic about it and want to buy it, if that makes sense. Like it was like what, I don't know when the original one came out. We'll say like 2011, maybe 2010, maybe even 2009. Like 10 years, I don't feel enough nostalgia to be like, oh my God, I want to buy it. Because if you asked me in 2010, do I want Nike Shocks or BB4s? I would have said no. Because it's only been 10 years since 01 or whatever when they were popping. So you're asking me 10 years after Microbounce, and I'm not really sure. But they do, like, I do love the multicolor, and the shape is very, like you said, retro runnery. So I could see it doing decent if they market it properly, for sure.
Yeah.
Suji's gonna love these for sure. Like, I know he's listening right now, like, so excited. Mr. Alex.
A lot of the MTL family, like, definitely love the silhouette.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I don't know. I gotta try them on.
Yeah, I want to try it on too.
I know, like, honestly, silhouette-wise, it's a dope silhouette because it is a classic, but like, I just remember how it felt and like the sound it would make when I would walk in them.
It was a weird, like, clicking, squishing,
Oh,
it was
okay,
like a plasticky sound.
You know what I
mean? Like,
it sounded like you were squishing plastic. Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't a fan of that specifically because you could, like, you know how when you feel something, you kind of hear what it feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't like that part of that I didn't like that specifically for that shoe. So I don't know. I would have to again try these on. It looks like they changed up the outsole a bit, so we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Just a cute for now.
Yeah, I love that you said you can hear what it feels like. I felt that. I felt that sentence so much in my soul.
Yeah.
Click, click.
Yeah, exactly. Click, click, click. Joel, what's your pick?
All right, so my pick is the Dark Concord Air Jordan 12. Yeah, apparently there's like a whole slew of Air Jordan 12s that are dropping. I did some research, and it happens to be the 23rd anniversary of the Air Jordan 12. So there's also a reverse flu game that's dropping sometime in the holiday season, apparently. And the one that I have, the pick that I have, is the Dark Concord. So it's like so if you could picture like a flu game itself, like with the black and the red.
Yep.
But you would swap out the red with like a Concord purple. And with a purple outsole and whatnot. So it's just a purple and black shoe. So it's like Raptor vibes.
I was going to say, you're saying this is a Raptor 95 situation.
It could be, you know what I mean? So it's like, it'll drop like October 17th. Apparently on Soul Collector, it's listed for $19. So,
I'm looking at the same article.
Yeah.
Slated to drop on October 17th for $19.
It's probably supposed to be like $190.
It's what? Yeah, it says below, somewhere below it says $190.
Yeah.
That's funny.
$19, but yeah, man, they're cool, man. Like they're cute. I wouldn't really cop them, but
for $19, you're not gonna cop them.
That's true. For $19,
man,
it might be a scoop.
Man,
it might be a whoop-de-whoop.
They'll probably surprise me at the cash register, yo.
What do you mean? There's another zero?
What do you mean $19?
Okay, so Joel, you said that 2020 Joel would not buy these, but how would 2011 Joel feel about these?
I would probably scoop them.
Yeah, in 2011, Lawrence would have loved these shoes.
Yeah. But yeah, man, these are cool. I like them, man.
It's all about timing. Like back in those times, they were just doing like a bunch of like it was Jordan 3 getting a ton of weird colorways, and then everything else it was just OGs. Like if this pair came out in 2011, oh my god, the shitstorm that would have been
for real.
Holy crap.
It would have been like a Bibby PE or something.
Literally, yeah. If they if they did it now,
Bibby PE. Yeah, for sure.
If you put a little number on the back, it's over.
Yeah,
just stitch a number on it.
Yeah, like a Sacramento King Bibby.
Yep. Easy.
But yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, Jordan 12 with the black and purple. It's pretty dope, man.
Damn, now I want it. Next up, This Week in Kicks. Now is the part of the show where we discuss the current headlines and happenings in the world of sneakers. It's been an interesting week, to say the least.
Crazy, yeah.
See, the thing is, like, I had this podcast, so I recycled a little bit of stuff from what we were going to talk about last week. So pretty much half of the stuff that we were going to talk about last week was how a bunch of stores are closed. And now it's not new news anymore because it's already been a week and a half kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like last week it was like, whoa, the Nike stores are closing. And now it's like, okay, everything is closed. That's not surprising at all. But one thing of note that is still kind of interesting, and I want to get your thoughts on it. So Adidas for a long time, well, not a long time, because this all happened within the span of a week, but it felt like every day was 6 months. So it felt like a long time. For quite a while after every other big retailer, like Nike chose to close, Under Armour chose to close, Foot Locker, Foot Action, Champs, everybody chose to close their doors. Adidas chose not to close their stores immediately. So, and there was a big statement made from their CEO. Well, not a statement, but it was an internal email that got leaked because obviously it's 2020. And he says, we have to keep the company going and open for business to ensure that we can pay our monthly bills and salaries to everyone. And this is the controversial part. He says, closing down is easy. Staying open in a healthy environment in an unhealthy environment requires courage, persistence, and focus. So, I mean, there's a lot you can say about that. And in hindsight, I'm sure that he would not have made that statement. But what do you guys think about that whole thing of Adidas choosing not to close and seemingly taking shots at anybody? Seems like specifically Nike, who did choose to close pretty much right away. What do you guys think about all that?
So first of all, if I was working there, I would have leaked that email ASAP and then sent in my 2-week notice. Like, yo, fuck you.
Yeah.
Second of all, like all these other stores, like Nike and all them, are still doing e-com.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like Foot Locker is still doing e-com. Like all these other stores are still doing e-com. So it's just like, if anyone really wanted to buy your shoes and you close your retail store, you could still order, man. It's
easily
offer like free shipping.
Yeah.
So fucking buy from your fucking website, like soft. You know what I mean? So like when I saw that like on social media, I was like, why is this guy trying to make it seem like
they can't sell anything?
No, why is he trying to make it seem like, oh, they're a bigger brand because they're staying open, or like they're better than other brands because they're staying open? Like, are you dumb, bro? Like, it's depending on the circumstance, which this circumstance is not it. Like, I just didn't get it at that point. I was like, yo, this guy's dumb as fuck.
Yeah, like the sentence closing down is easy, staying open requires courage seems very opposite of what is true. To say the least, really. Like closing down all your stores in North America, including Toronto, and like including Canada, including America, including Mexico, if you're Nike, is a very courageous decision. And to say that it's easy is like way out of whack. And just like you said, like all things aside, like even if you want to get completely impersonal about it, it's a bad image for your brand because it makes it look like you don't give a fuck about your employees or the people shopping there. Because if you stay open, people are going to show up. Like it's inevitable. There's still people who are going outside. If you're open, people are going to take it as an open invite to come, and then you're making it dangerous for everybody else. So it just makes it look like you only care about the bottom dollar, which is if you're Adidas, if you're closed for a month, yeah, I'm sure you're losing a lot, but in the long run, it's pennies to the dollar. Like it's a drop in a pond really for you. So I thought it was really like just it was super whack to begin with. And we have friends who work at Adidas, and I would be pissed if I were them, and I'm sure they can't say it, but they're probably pissed as well. But they did come around and close eventually. Joel, what do you think about all that?
Well, it's you're putting everybody in danger. You know what I mean? And as an employer, it's like you gotta think about your employees big time. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you're like you said, you're putting them out there. The public's coming in and out. Nobody knows what's going on. Yeah,
that's back when it was very like up in the air.
Yeah, and you don't have the symptoms like right away.
Yeah.
So it's you can have it not knowing, like it's a normal day, and then a couple hours later or a couple days later you're feeling symptoms and whatnot, right? So it's something you cannot see or whatever. It's a risk. It's a big risk, and shame on them for keeping open and whatnot.
Yeah.
Just for business. So, but yeah, man, I feel exactly what you guys say.
He's trying to act like sneakers are an essential thing to like. Bro.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, you can get it online, bro.
Yeah,
come on.
Keep your warehouses open.
Can get food online. If you can get food online, you can get sneakers online.
Yeah,
yeah, man.
So.
Apparently, like what a lot of stores are doing, like even regular store like Foot Locker, Foot Action, etc., because they operate a lot of their online sales from their store level, employees are still going in. Like there's Foot Lockers that are still staffed with people. There's Champs and like whatever that are still staffed with, or as of like a couple days ago at least, are still staffed with people. They're just not allowing customers in. So you can even do some sort of that. Like if you want to tell your employees, okay, we want something for you to do, go to the back and work stock or something, like whatever. Yeah. Obviously you want to have them at home and safe, but like there's other options if you want to keep your people making money for you, if that's what it's all about. So obviously this is just like a side note because I don't have an actual update on it. But when Nike decided to close, it seemed like Nike was one of the first it was like Nike and Apple were the first big names to say, okay, we're closing down everywhere. And then everyone else kind of follows suit. In the days after, we were getting messages regarding, because Nike in Toronto and Canada, specifically is like, it's weird because our Nike, like the Nike store you see in a mall, is not actually a Nike store. It's called an NSP store. I think it's like Nike Specialty something or whatever, Specialty Partner or something like that. So it's a third party company that operates what seems to be a Nike store, similar to how the Jordan store is run by Foot Locker, but it looks and feels like a Jordan store. Our Nike stores in our malls are not directly run by Nike, but our outlets are directly run by Nike. So the day after or whatever, we were getting messages like, oh, hey, I just went to the mall and the Nike store was still open. So those ones are not technically Nike stores. But the outlets the day after or when they made the statement were closed. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but Nike Toronto originally posted, we're closing all our stores, and they took that post down.
Oh.
Because we shared it to our story, and then all of a sudden I went back and looked and it was gone. And I was like, oh, that's weird. And I figured it was for that exact reason. Like, it was just going to cause confusion because they have stores that were still going to be open. I'm assuming they're closed by now. Like, there's no way I don't think that any stores and malls are still open. If they are, all love to the employees who have to go to work and deal with all this on a daily basis. I can't believe that the malls are even still open in general, but that's a different story. So obviously because of all this as well, there's several Air Jordan releases that are delayed. A lot of stores are closing. Jordan Brand has pushed back a ton of its releases, so it's obviously could be a mix of production issues in Asia, because that's where the outbreak started, or it could just be because the economic issues are causing that are being caused by the virus. They're assuming no one's going to have any money to buy any shoes. But the DMP6, I almost forgot that was supposed to come back. DMP6 got pushed back. Fire Red 5 got pushed back. Flint 13 got pushed back. I'm sure that there's more, but that's just a couple right now. I do have a question for you guys, though. So most of the boutiques and big name retailers are closed by now. It's not a notable release, but there was a sneaker release over the weekend. It was the Neon 95 Air Jordan 4. Came out on Saturday. What do you think? Because boutiques are kind of put in a sticky situation when it comes to this kind of thing, because a lot of the time Nike or the brands themselves don't give them a lot of say when it comes to when they're allowed to release their shoes. So if they say the release date is Saturday the 21st, you're releasing it Saturday the 21st, or you're probably going to get fined, miss a release, something. Like, they're going to punish you in some way. But also, like, it's not really safe for anybody to leave their house and go to work and ship all these shoes out to people who buy them online, if that's the route they have to go because the stores are closed. How would you like, or what do you think the right way for this to be dealt with is? Like, should they push back everything? Should they do online only? Like, should they do what a couple stores in Europe have done is they've run their raffles like usual, but have just pushed back the pickup dates until indefinitely, I guess, until it's safe to leave your house and go pick up a pair of shoes. Like, what do you guys think?
Mm.
Go ahead, Alvin,
hard,
because
man.
I know we're not together, so it's hard to see what everyone else is thinking. What do you think, Alvin?
Well, honestly, I see no point pushing back these releases. Again, there's e-com. Like, most of the shopping now is done through that anyway. Like, I understand malls are still busy and shit, but at the same time, it's like, if individuals really want that sneaker, e-com is the way to go. Like, you're not, if you have no choice but to shop on e-com, like, what?
Yeah.
I don't, like, not a lot of stores do first come, first serve anyway. You know what I mean? So, like, if boutiques do online raffle, I'm good with it. If I don't win, whatever, it wasn't meant to be. If I really want it, I'll buy it resale.
Yeah.
And then in terms of Foot Locker and stuff, like, it's just, if they just want to do like a drop like Nike, like drop it at 6 a.m. And then first come, first serve, like, I mean, I'm good with that too, but it's just like, I don't know. I honestly didn't see a point to postpone, but again, like, you know, people lose their jobs and shit, so not a lot of people might be copying right now. But
yeah, that's what I'm thinking it might be too. It could even just be that the brands are wise to the fact that a lot of people are being laid off or are on employment insurance or are not even sure what their future is going to be in the corporate world. So maybe they're just waiting for things to settle down and level out to actually release these pairs. Because I mean, if I was in that situation, knock on wood that no one listening or none of us end up in that situation. But if I was like, fuck, I just lost my job, but I really want this pair of shoes, I'm not going to make the decision to buy the shoes. I would love if the brand pushed the release. But yeah, it's such a double-edged sword. I don't know if there's a right answer to any of this.
Yeah, but at the same time, if I just lost my job, I'm not thinking about shoes. I'm thinking about
facts.
no.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're doing the opposite,
like
really.
a release that's coming up is the last thing that's on my mind, so it doesn't really matter.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Like,
Yeah.
so I mean, good on them if that's how they're thinking, like thinking about people in that sense. But those people that's the last thing they'll be fucking thinking about.
Yeah, easily.
And if you lost your job and you're still thinking about fucking sneakers, get your fucking head straight, bro.
I know, man.
For real. Especially if it's the Neon 95 Air Jordan 4.
Especially if it's that. Come on,
I mean,
man.
some people would double up on that, right? But like,
It's honestly
Not
not a bad.
dropping
It's
any
not a bad shoe, but I think retail is something close to $300 Canadian, right? And so
Jeez.
I don't know if it's worth all that.
yeah, no, I'm not
Yeah.
trying to knock it.
No, it's a good shoe. It's a decent shoe.
Yeah.
I don't know a good shoe. It's a decent shoe.
It's all right.
Joel, what do you
Yeah.
think? What do you think the brand should be doing right now?
Well, I think they knew what was happening, right? And they did the right thing. Because if they were to drop it right then and there, knowing that, people are losing their jobs left and right, they're not going to sell out.
Yeah,
So they want that sellout. They want to be like,
Yeah.
yo, this needs to sell out.
Mhm.
So it's like, okay, we'll just push it till like, end of the May or end of April or whatever, and then we'll just see what happens, right? So I don't know. Hopefully things will be better by then. But yeah, man, I really want those Fire Red 5s though. So say shit, bro.
Stay tuned to This Week in Kicks so we can have an updated release date for you there, Joel.
Yeah, man.
I really like what a couple stores have done in Europe. I don't know which store specifically. It might even be Pata. And they've done their raffles because they do a lot of raffles in Europe at the boutiques. Right. And they've done their raffles as normal, whether it be Instagram or Google Forms or however a lot of these stores do it. Which is a really fair way to run a release. And then they still offer in-store pickup, but like they're just delaying the pickup. So their employees, if it's all done online, their employees don't have to leave the safety of their own homes to go obviously fill out raffle ballots, which I can't imagine a more dangerous thing to do right now than to have a lineup just fill out raffles. Or they don't have to leave their house or wherever to go and ship a bunch of pairs of shoes for people. So obviously the income for the store is going to take a hit because they're not getting the money immediately right now when they need it the most, but they know that it's coming as soon as things kind of settle down. So I don't mind that. And it kind of gives you something to look forward to as well. Like, it's like, when Christmas is and there's a gift under the tree for you. Like, that as soon as all this blows over, you have a pair of shoes waiting for you at Pata. Like, that sounds like a kind of cool thing to experience.
Yeah.
But I don't win raffles, so I would never understand how that feels. Next up, so we're going to skip a bunch of things. Like we said, it's going to be a short episode. We do have a couple of things we do want to promote. We are doing YouTube. As we did too, and now we're going to be on a hiatus for a little bit. We are doing YouTube. We are going to do weekly videos of our podcast that we record in Joel's sneaker closet in his basement. We figured, right now, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to post a video because it would just be us sitting in our homes separately.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, if you wanted to watch that, you would just watch our stories and see what we're doing. So, so, I mean, if this goes on for a long time, maybe we'll end up doing that, similar to what the Sneaker Podcast does, because they do a good job of that. But we are doing YouTube. So this will still be on YouTube. This episode will be on YouTube. It will just be the audio, though. There won't be any video attached to it. And yesterday, we also had a release that we just quickly want to talk about. So it was going to be officially announced on last week's podcast, but we skipped it, as mentioned before. So we did the Mamba Soul Leaf New Era Canada Snapback release yesterday. It was limited to 24 pieces. If you want to get real technical and make you feel a little bit even better if you got it, it's actually 21 because the three of us took one each. So it was legitimately 24 pieces made total, not 24 released, 24 pieces released total. So if you were able to get one, first of all, kudos to you because our email was blown up yesterday. Kudos to you for getting one. Kudos to you for supporting us because that means a lot. And all proceeds of all the sales yesterday are going to the Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundation, which is just a foundation in Kobe and Gigi's honor, devoted to youth sports. So the total we raised, which is pretty good from only selling 21 hats, is $410 Canadian. So that'll be donated directly to the Mamba and Mambacita Sports Foundation in our name and into all the purchasers' names. Those packages are going out tomorrow, by the way, or yesterday if you're listening to this on Tuesday.
True.
Or 3 months ago if you're listening to this in June.
Tuesday.
Right? Yeah, Tuesday release. True to size Tuesday. So, last up, Joel had a sneak peek of this because I mentioned what we were going to do in one of our sneaker hang groups that we've been doing all week long.
Yeah.
But just to kind of lighten the mood, something completely NSR, just to make everyone smile a little bit. Hopefully we're not funnier than we think we are. But we're going to do, because we've done it on the show before, a fuck, marry, kill. But before we did it on the show and we did sneakers, this is going to be the quarantine edition of fuck, marry, kill. So Joel already knows a couple of these, but I added a couple of more. So the first fuck, marry, kill, are you listening, Alvin?
Always.
Is toilet paper, hand sanitizer, and Lysol wipes. Fuck, marry, kill.
Here we go.
Go ahead, Alvin.
So it's toilet paper, hand sanitizer, Lysol wipes.
Yes, fuck, marry, kill.
Yo, I'm gonna marry the Lysol wipes.
What? What?
I'm gonna fuck the toilet paper.
I don't even want to imagine what that looks like. You're killing hand sanitizer?
I got soap, motherfucker.
That's true.
That's my side thing.
Soap's the side thing.
No, so, you know, like, if you think about all the surfaces you touch, including your cell phone.
Yeah.
What hand you're gonna put hand sanitizer all over your cell phone? As opposed to wipe it down with a Lysol wipe or like some
with a Lysol
wipe?
Okay, I'm gonna go next. I love Lysol wipes as much as the next gentleman does, but I'm gonna kill Lysol wipes. It's gotta be marry toilet paper, because of all these things, toilet paper is the most essential. Toilet paper is gonna hold me down for the rest of my life.
You're Filipino. Where's your tabo, bro?
It's not on the list. And I'm gonna fuck hand sanitizer. As painful as that sounds. Mostly because if I'm in quarantine and not leaving the house, I don't need Lysol wipes. That was my, like, we did this earlier this week, and that was my reasoning. Like, Lysol wipes are great, but I could just use paper towel and water, or like you said, soap. Same thing. So that's mine. Joel, what do you think?
Oh man. Okay, so I said I would kill the toilet paper.
That's,
I got tabo, right?
Joel, for anybody listening who has no idea what you're saying, please just give a quick explanation of what that is.
Okay, so
in the
tabo
most safe for work way possible.
It's pretty much like a bucket, or like, like a tub that you use.
Tupperware.
A Tupperware. A clear Tupperware. Like a square one, preferably.
Disgusting.
But you use it to wash your ass, man.
There it is.
That's all it is, That's all it is, man. But yeah, I would kill the toilet paper. I would marry the Lysol wipes, and then I would fuck the hand sanitizer. Yeah, man. That's how I would do it.
That's very controversial. I want to know what the listeners think about all of these, please. You guys
Yeah,
all have,
yeah, yeah.
honestly, if you're listening to this right now and it's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whatever, I know you have nothing but time, so you better interact with us like crazy. Send us DMs, let us know. I expect a lot of messages because I know you need something to do. Next up, so there's not a whole, like mention, speaking of not a whole lot to do, there's not a whole lot to do in the world right now because everything is closed and you can't leave your house. So next up, fuck, marry, kill. Monopoly, Monopoly, Trouble, and playing cards. Alvin, you can go first again. We'll go in the same order.
Oh, wait, Monopoly,
Trouble, and playing cards.
Playing cards.
I'm gonna kill Trouble.
Yeah.
Marry playing cards and fuck Monopoly.
You know what? I think I have the same answer because playing cards are so versatile, and that's like toilet paper. That's an essential for a lot of games. That's the only time playing cards and toilet paper are going to be compared to each other. But I think that it's playing cards and toilet paper are both essential. So playing cards, I'm going to marry. I think I'm also going to. But Monopoly is really frustrating. Like, I don't know if I want to play Monopoly with people, have it be 4 hours later, be super mad, and then I have to be in the same house with them for like another week.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but it's got to be fuck Monopoly and kill Trouble. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so I would kill Trouble because you can't really do anything with Trouble like once like all is like done and said and over with, right?
What? What else would you do with it?
What you gonna do? Just hit that little thing that pops the dice? No,
yeah.
Man, but with Monopoly though, I would fuck Monopoly because with Monopoly, if everything was all said and done, I can use that paper to light fire.
Oh my god! It's not the zombie apocalypse.
I would like throw like paper, like all those cards. I would use that as like something to ignite the fire.
Oh my god!
I would keep that, and I would definitely marry. Did I say marry yet? No. So
no.
I would marry playing cards.
Yeah, it's got to be.
You can do whatever you want with playing cards.
Oh yeah, you can.
Just yourself. You can play solitaire. Whatever. You got 2 people. You can play like Speed or whatever. Right?
Oh, fuck.
Crazy Eights.
Crazy Eights. That's a good game. Know what card game we'll get into card games for a little bit. Kings or not Kings? What am I thinking of? President.
Asshole.
President. Okay. Asshole is the same game, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So good. I love that game. Okay, next up, marry, fuck, kill. Disney Plus, Netflix, and cable TV.
Easy, bro.
Easy.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna kill cable TV, fuck Disney Plus, and marry Netflix.
Marry Netflix. I mean, I get this decision is a lot easier now, I think, because there's nothing on cable TV. But it's got to be kill cable TV. And right. Oh God. Trying to think. It's got to be. I'm gonna fuck Netflix and marry Disney Plus.
True.
Because you know why? Because Netflix. When did Netflix get big? Maybe 2014-ish, 2013 in Canada at least, because it used to be crap. Disney has been with me since birth. Disney has been with me forever, and it will be with me forever. Netflix may not be with me forever.
Yeah,
it seems like it right now, but you got to think further than that. Netflix right now is like just like attractive and everything, but Disney Plus is going to be permanent. Disney is forever, so that's mine. Yeah,
true. Nice.
You're thinking too far ahead, bro.
No, man, no. This is, bro. All we have right now is time. So this has been a lot of thought put into all of this. Okay,
bare time.
All right, who's left? Joel.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so what I would do is, I would kill Netflix, right? Because I don't really, I mess with Netflix, but it's like I could do it like, I would fuck Disney Plus, right? I keep it on the side, But I would marry cable TV though,
Oh.
because I need my CP24. I need to know what's going on in the world,
Oh, true.
right? And I need to know, like, what everybody's saying, like with this whole COVID-19 thing going on, right? So
That's
Bro,
That's what I would
everything's
do.
live streamed now.
that's true. You can watch Justin Trudeau on
Every-
Facebook.
YouTube, bro.
Yep.
That's true too. Yeah.
Let's not get too deep into this. All right, next up. So we're gonna get into quarantine snacks now. This is where it gets serious. First up, chips.
Uh-oh.
Fuck, marry, kill. I know there's a lot of flavors of chips. I apologize if your favorite flavor is not here. I can only do 3.
Okay.
Fuck, marry, kill. Barbecue chips,
Mhm.
sour cream and onion chips, and salt and vinegar chips.
Oh.
You can pick the brand, or we can pick one brand. Let's say it's Ruffles, just so we all have the same answer.
Yeah.
Alvin.
Yeah. Kill salt and vinegar. Fuck barbecue. Marry. What's the other one?
Sour
Onion.
cream and onion.
Sour
Yeah.
cream. Yeah.
Yeah.
You had that answer ready. Has this been on your mind
Yeah, yo.
about fucking
I
barbecue?
eat a lot of chips, bro.
I know we all do.
Jokes.
I think I have the same answer. It's got to be kill salt and vinegar. I hate the salty vinegar. It hurts my tongue and my lips. I don't like salt and vinegar chips. I think I'm going to. Yeah, I'm also gonna fuck barbecue because barbecue I can only have a little bit at a time. Sour cream and
Yeah.
onion I could eat for 18 days straight. That's a marry right
Yeah.
there. That's how you know you want to marry somebody if you want to eat
Yeah.
it for 18 days straight. Anyways,
Mm.
Joel.
Okay, here we go.
Oh God.
So, I would marry sour cream and
Okay.
onion
Okay.
because I love sour cream and onion. I would fuck salt and vinegar.
Whoa.
I know. Feel the burn, yo. Feel the burn. But yeah, and I'd kill barbecue.
Wow.
Sadly,
That's
I would.
He said sadly.
But I need that difference with flavors, right?
Oh, that's
Because
true too. Yeah,
salt, vinegar.
sour cream and onion and barbecue are both very savory.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can see that.
Salt vinegar gives you that.
It's sharp.
That whoa, like what the hell?
Whoa.
Shit, that was good. You know.
And this episode has been brought to you by Salt and Vinegar Ruffles. Giving you that
Yeah.
whoa.
That whoa.
Okay, so 2 more sets of quarantine snacks and then we're all good. Now it's candy. And
Oh,
once
shit.
again, there's a million trillion different kinds of candies, so I just kind of picked a couple out of the air. And they are Sour Patch Kids,
Okay.
Smarties,
Mhm.
Starbursts. All S's.
Wait, what? Starbursts?
Yes.
Starburst?
Sour Patch Kids,
Oh,
Smarties,
shit.
and Starburst. I don't think they have Smarties in America. So if you're listening to this, it's kind of like an M&M.
M&M.
Yeah.
Sort of like an M&M, yeah.
But it's a Smartie.
M&Ms.
It's like an M&M, not the rapper.
Right, right.
That's
so,
how all Americans sound to us. Alvin, what do you think?
all right, bro.
What is this now?
I'm gonna kill the Starburst.
Whoa. Whoa.
Kill Starburst. Fuck the Sour Patch Kid.
Whoa.
And marry the Smarties.
Oh my God. Wow. Well, I'm sorry, but that's the wrong answer.
It's the wrong.
Smarties are the worst of that bunch for sure. Smarties are so bland, man. Like, so Smarties are being murdered. Not even killed, murdered. I'm murdering the Smarties. Starbursts. You know what? I'm gonna marry the Starburst just because Sour Patch Kids are like salt and vinegar chips, very harsh. So I can't have that forever. Starburst, I could eat like chips, like until the cows come home. I'll eat those forever. And I will also, though, fuck Sour Patch Kids for sure. Fuck the Sour Patch Kids. Joel.
Okay, so I would marry the Starburst.
Okay.
I'd marry the Starburst, yeah, because you need that sweetness, right?
Exactly.
And the fruity, yeah.
Yes.
I would kill the Smarties because those are awful. I take M&Ms over Smarties any day.
Peanut M&Ms specifically.
Peanut M&Ms, that's it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, and then I would fuck the Sour Patch Kid. I'd do that.
All right, last one. And once again, I'm going to keep doing the disclaimer because there's so many different kinds of chocolate. So I just picked 3 very ambiguous chocolate bars. I apologize if these are not up to anybody's standards, but fuck, marry, kill chocolate bars. Kit Kat, O. Henry, and Twix. Alvin, what do you think?
I'll kill O. Henry.
Ooh.
Marry the Twix.
So you said fuck Kit Kat, marry Twix?
Yeah.
Oof. This is really hard.
This is
really hard.
I just based it off of aesthetics and
aesthetics. What the wrapper looks like.
No, what the actual chocolate bar looks like.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Henry's are still good though. I would kill it though.
See, I'm having a hard time because a lot of the time when I want a chocolate bar, I go for quantity. And Kit Kat, you get 4. Twix, Twix, you get 2.
2.
Oh, Henry, you get 1. But I think a happy medium. I'm gonna have to kill Kit Kat because it's mostly just chocolate and wafer. I'm gonna marry O. Henry, and I'm gonna fuck Twix because I love that caramel center. I love the left Twix actually. Joel, finish this episode, please, for us.
Just like you said, I would kill the Kit Kat.
Ooh.
Because I don't eat them individually. I would just eat them like a loaf of bread.
What do you mean, like a loaf of bread? Do you not do sliced bread?
I do not. Well, a slice of bread. That's what I meant. I eat it like a slice of bread. Like a Kit Kat, I would take the wrapper off and I would bite it at the corner and I'd be like, yo, fuck this individual shit. I'm going to eat it like this. So I can't do that. But yeah, I love my peanut. I said peanut. I love the peanuts, so I like O. Henry. O. Henry, I'm marrying O. Henry. And I would fuck the Twix.
Oh my God. You are a monster. You don't even individualize the Kit Kat. Do you also not peel your cheese strings? Do you just bite them?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? Eat them the way they're designed to be eaten.
No.
Oh, God.
But yeah, man.
All right. Well, we appreciate everybody who listened to this. It was very much not completely sneakers, but hopefully it gave you a little bit of a smile and something to look forward to. We haven't decided, but we may or may not be back again this week. We may do a double feature because we're not up to a whole lot these days. But thank you to everyone who supported and or been a part of this podcast. Wherever you're taking in this episode, please leave a comment, review, follow, and or subscribe. We've got a Facebook group we like to use as a forum, sell stuff, and connect with you guys. It's called CGS Talk. You can find it on facebook.com/groups/cgs.talk. We've also got a website we use for reviews, recap stories, and much, 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 much more. You can find it at CanadaGotSold.ca. If you have any questions or suggestions for any of our segments, like the Soul Poll, Sneaker Heading for Dummies, or the Fire Round, shoot us a DM or email us at CanadaGotSoul@gmail.com. Of course, do not forget to use hashtag CanadaGotSoul on Instagram for a feature. I have been Lawrence Hopkins. You can find me at LDoggyStyles on Instagram. Woof.
I'm Joel Hernandez. You can find me at Joe Dooney, JO_D3OsNEY.
My name is Alvin Quincy, and you can find me at MISTERQNN Mart.
Thank you for listening to us talk about sneakers for 102 episodes. Damn, and please remember to rock your kicks. This has been True to Size. We have been CGS in quarantine, and we are out. Peace.
Wash your hands, yo.
Don't touch your face. Sometimes.
That wasn't so bad. That was pretty fun. That was a good one.
That was cool, man.
That was good, yeah.